Another opportunity then to see young Tom Welland, who really sparkled back in February here in this very ring, stopping the experienced Michael Ramabaleza. And the impressive thing on that night, of course, was all the shenanigans that went on at the weigh-in previously. Ramabaleza threatening not to fight. Welland had come in heavy. It was a mental test as much as anything else, and he rode the waves beautifully, Andy, beautifully.
He did. Ramabaleza, good fighter, been at it a long time, trying what he could, I think, to unsettle a younger man, and I think he retired after that fight, Michael Ramabaleza. As I say, good fighter, long-serving servant to the sport, but I think after tangling with Welland, he realised that it's a young man's game. Welland, his work had been done.
Yeah, absolutely, and he was forced to think again, wasn't he, by sparkling performance. Now, you never quite know what you're going to get from a Mexican traveller, Southpaw Hererra, and he's a big fan of anyone coming kitted out. And there's no doubt that Hererra has come kitted out in very, very sparkly, glittery garb. Does that mean he can fight? We're about to find out, but Welland's asking the questions early doors.
He's been fed a couple of pretty stiff-looking right hands early on, and that was a good punch from Welland again. And
clipped him early, hasn't he? Got him with the uppercut and then two right hands. Then again, Welland with that really aggressive, draw the shots, counter-punching style. Great to watch, looking rampant sharp early doors.
And he's not exactly having to look for Hererra. Hererra is an aggressive come-forward fighter himself.
Lead right hands getting through from Welland too. He's kind of there in range, then he's not. And then he's back with shots, looking really sharp with the right hand. He's already out jabbing the southpaw as well.
He's got good reach, hasn't he? Welland, he's got a very respectable wingspan on him, and he uses it well. He's using it well here because he's fighting at a distance now where Hererra just can't really get too much done unless he really commits like he did there and tries to close the gap.
Well, Herrera's trying to do something different. He's trying to get on the front foot, trying to ask some questions as opposed to being the one who's having to answer them or try to. Lovely fast combination, 3 punches in rapid quick succession there from Welland. Everything so far is working for Welland. Some of those wild exchanges, looks like just about anything could happen, and the pair of them throwing wide shots.
He's taken some heavy shots in this first round, Hererra. He really has. He's not shown any ill effects from it just yet, but he cannot continue doing that for 8 rounds.
Well, that was a very, very impressive start from Welland, very impressive.
It looks like Herrera's plan is just to bring the heat and hopefully Welland punches himself out. That seems to be what he's working off here.
Well, he hit him with just about every shot in the book. Will Jones in his corner. What a project to work with.
Lead left hook there, left uppercut rather. Always an impressive punch that, because it's a risk, isn't it? If you miss it, then you can be in trouble.
Into round 2 then, scheduled for 8 this one. Welland in the white. Multicoloured trunks with a Mexican flag on for Herrera. He's already tried to get on the front foot, maybe ask a few questions of his own in the second half of the first round. Oh, what a shot! What a shot! Perfectly timed, counter punch off the back foot, and he sent him spinning through the ropes.
That was a tremendously timed punch, it really was. He was straight back up to his feet there, Hererra. He would have been better off, I think, just dropping to a knee. No knockdown, says Marcus McDonald. I'm not sure,
again,
you know.
Well, hands down. I thought he was clipped, but again, it's just a reminder, you never be too careless. Right above us with another 3 right hands. Welland's in full flow, but Herrera's firing back. Clips him again with the right hand. Fair play, Herrera. Fair play, because he's been clipped repeatedly, but he is throwing back wildly, but with meaning.
We're not even halfway through the round. We are now.
Just got to be mindful here. Well, he can't be too careless. He might have got a pass there from the referee.
But he was definitely buzzed by that knockdown, Herrera. But he got himself together nice and quick. And he is tough because he has taken some heavy artillery. A minute remaining in round 2.
Well, the knockdown alone spun him round. He was facing the wrong way. His head went through the ropes. Welland's thrown a lot of punches. Just got to be careful there. He's in danger. He's in range with some of those. My goodness me, still a minute to go.
An unbelievable amount of leather has been thrown in this round, and so much of it has landed as well.
Frenetic. You see marked up. Big kelp of air there from the Mexican Herrera. Still he comes forward. Still he tries to throw. Marked up heavily. I think there's a bit of blood as well coming from the nose.
It is.
Come back.
Well, Welland might just need to regroup. He threw a lot of punches trying to get him out of there. Maybe a little too committed to the cause, but what a great watch. And again, the right hand getting through from Welland, who can afford to take his time here. And good defence at the end of the round from Welland. I'll have to get another look to see if that was a double knockdown. There's the first one. That was Welland. Back against the ropes. A little bit square, just a little chopping, almost stabbing right hand. Perfectly timed.
He didn't actually go down, did he? The referee gave it because I think his knee might have touched down, and the ropes kept him on, definitely, but he was straight on his feet.
I think that might have been the action at the end of the round over in Herrera's corner. Well, breathless stuff. How does Welland move on from here?
My initial reaction to the knockdown that wasn't given was that there definitely was a slip, but that the punch maybe started it like we saw earlier in the night, and that therefore there was a good enough reason that you could give it, but I don't want to say too much because I haven't seen it again. But then again, one look is all that the referee gets, so that's why it's a difficult job. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's really going to make too much difference, but having said that, there's still a job to be done here for Welland, because this guy is as hard as nails.
And although marked up and wearing the badges and bruises of battle so far, he's been willing to throw back. Exactly what we kind of come to expect from his countrymen and women. He clipped him again with that short right handy off the back foot, Welland. I mean, he could afford to counter punch all night if he wanted to, Welland, but he wants to put on a show.
Back uppercut, Tom.
Lovely jabs there from Welland, out jabbing the southpaw.
Top back uppercut.
Oh, lovely body shot. He almost cut him in half with the right hand.
You could see the shudder run down his back, couldn't you?
Yeah, he goes again to Welland. So yeah, I think he felt he might have just made an impact there. And guess what? Hererra throwing back. Just a little stagger there. The legs are a little wearier. The welt and the bruising under that left eye just a little more embellished for Hererra as the problems mount minute by minute.
He took a big gulp of air as well. About 20-25 seconds ago as he was stepping off to his left. Nailed again with a solid right down the middle.
Just trying to set him up, Welland, for one of those big counters.
Tom, back uppercut.
But he is beating him up. It is only the third round.
Back uppercut, Tom.
And again, staggered backwards by the right hand, Hererra. Again, he tries to fight back.
Perfect. In come, Tom. Back uppercut, Tom.
Hererra making him work, though. He's not having much success, the Mexican, but he is making him work. He's making him throw, making him move. Another good, busy round. Well, Welland was largely the one landing the shots, and the face of Hererra is telling the story of this fight.
It is, and this is a really tough way to earn your money, and he is earning every single penny that he's getting paid for this, but there's still 5 rounds to go here, and Welland just needs to just try and stay nice and relaxed and loose and just let the punches flow, because he is hitting his man with regularity. Herrera's aggressive, so you can't switch off. You can never afford to switch off. But you look at the damage to the face, and there was that body shot as well. You could almost see the ripple in his back when he landed that right hand to the body, and it made him give some ground. So I think he just needs to keep working him over here, Welland, and the end will come. Marcus McDonald just checking with Hererra before the round started there. If he was okay, Hererra gave him a vigorous nod of the head, but he's the kind of referee, Marcus, where if he feels that this is no longer competitive and Hererra can't win, he won't just stand there and watch him take a beating. He won't.
Yeah, that's 2 rounds in a row where he's been across in between rounds. Hererra is trying everything he knows to make it competitive.
100%.
So far, though, he is getting tuned up.
Play with him, play with him.
I mean, he's so good with distance, Welland, that although his hands are a little lower, he does just get himself out of range. He threw so many punches in that second round that that'll have taken a toll of sorts in the long run. And Hererra will be banking on outlasting Welland here.
That's the plan. He's just hoping he can grind him down. Just keep coming forward, take what he's given, and eventually the younger man will fade, which he may well do a bit down the stretch, but he's going to have to fall apart pretty alarmingly, isn't he?
Yeah, a little bit square in some of those exchanges, Welland. Just got to be careful of that.
Got caught with the left hand there.
He's been made to work. He's been made to punch. Oh! Oh my days! He landed a right hand of his own and a left came back. And suddenly, a result that nobody saw coming.
That is absolutely extraordinary. Unbelievable from Hererra. And he's just muting the celebrations now because Welland is in some trouble here right above us. He's being rolled onto his side by the medics who've got the oxygen out. They'll take every single moment they need to here, take every single precaution they need to here. But that was a scything left hand right above us that he got caught by, and you could just see immediately that all the rigidity, all the kind of tensile strength just left his body and he dropped, and you could tell by the way he dropped that it was over, that he was not going to be able to get up from it. And that is boxing. That is why this is such an absolutely incredible sport, because he was taking a pasting. There's no other way to say it, an absolute pasting. I was just talking in terms of how the referee wouldn't just stand there and watch this all night long. Then all of a sudden, he uncorks a left hand. It had a pretty good 30 seconds or so before that, I think. He uncorked a left hand, and we see this young man stretched out on the canvas in front of us. It is a brutal sport, this. It is a brutal sport, and anything can happen at any second.
Extraordinary. Welland, you can see breathing deeply on his back. He's had the oxygen. There's plenty of people talking to him literally just a few feet from where Andy and I. That shot landed probably 4 or 5 feet away from where Andy and I are sitting. Welland wants to get back up. His family ringside are visibly upset, understandably. He is starting to get emotional, understandably. And just one moment, that's all it took. One moment where he was square, hands down, and Hererra kept punching, and an unlikely turnaround, almost miraculous turnaround.
It is just a hell of a thing, the knockout. We just watched him a few moments ago lying on his back, and he pushed the oxygen mask away. He's come round, he's got an understanding of where he is, and what has just happened has already dawned on him, and he just starts to sob, because this is everything to him. This is everything to him. His world has just collapsed around him here, and we've watched it. And that's sport.
And also the manner of it. You're so far in front. The winning line's in sight. It's a matter of how and when and the manner, not if. But boxing doesn't quite deal with ifs in the same way that other sports do.
No, there really is nothing like it, and the rebuilding process will begin here. But let's just salute the man on screen here, Hererra, because he did kind of fight with his face, didn't he, really, from the start of the fight. And you could see that the plan was, well, I'm going to tough this out, I'm going to take what this young buck has got to give me, and I'm going to back myself to drag him into deep water. He's only 2 years older than Welland, but you know, they start them young in Mexico, and he took his licks. He got put down, but he took his licks, and then he landed that punch. And you can see what it means to him when he celebrated when it landed, and when he was alerted to the fact that Welland was in trouble, he took it down, he dialed it down, which is hard because this is the biggest moment of his career.
Yeah.
He's halfway across the world, he's taking an absolute pounding by the home fighter, then all of a sudden he does that.
And Welland, visibly, audibly, still the tears come. And they will come for days. He's lost a fight he was winning, clearly. He was looking mustard, he was looking dynamite, he was well on his way. But in boxing, there is always an alternative route. There is always another possibility. There's always hope, essentially, every second that a fight goes on.
There absolutely is. He needs to be able to explain this to himself well, and that's how boxers start the rehabilitation process.
It's an easy fix.
It's an easy one. I switched off, I got caught, that's boxing. That's what you'll have to go for. It sounds simple when I say it, living with it is harder, but lots of people have managed to do it.
And Andy, you and I, you know, we spent a lot of time around the fight game. We don't often get to intrude or be a part of those post-fight moments too often, but we are just a few feet away.
We are.
And
it couldn't have been any closer to us. It couldn't have been any closer, and the reality of it hits you, doesn't it?
Yeah. And Welland is still dealing with this, starting to deal with this. But listen,
he'll be back.
He will be back. He's too good. And
At the
It's an
minute,
easy explainer.
Yeah.
So he doesn't feel it, but it's
Yeah.
an easy explainer.
It is. At the minute, he feels like his world has ended. And it has to feel like that, because if you're going to succeed in any sport, particularly at the top end, it has to mean that much to you. It has to mean too much, really. It's not a healthy way to live your life with the level of obsession that they have to have. And it means that the lows are really, really low. And he won't have felt anything like this. This is not physical pain that he's feeling here now. That's secondary. They're not scared of that. They don't care about that. What they care about is the pain of defeat and what they see as the embarrassment and humiliation of defeat. And that is how he will be feeling now.
Yeah, I mean, if they're dishing out outstanding sportsmanship, sports peopleship awards at the end of the year, then this fella, Hererra, deserves one, because in all of that, he's in tears now.
Yeah, we've got tears from him as well.
Biggest moment of his career.
Yeah.
He's, through all of that, reneged on the celebration. He's tried to be respectful. He wanted to go and speak to Tom Welland just to offer his commiserations. He wasn't allowed or able to do that, and belatedly now he gets his moment. So he has been tremendous.
WBO Youth Featherweight World Champion, Kevin La Maravilla Hererra.
Well, Hererra does get his moment, and there is warm, generous, tinged with sadness applause from this crowd who gave Tom Welland a real reception when he got back to his feet, still dealing with this painful defeat, which is more emotional than anything else at this time. But credit to Hererra, who once again just underlines what a wacky, wonderful, wild, brutal, beautiful and ridiculous sport this can be.
There is nothing like it. There is absolutely nothing like it, because if you look at another sport, he's 5-0 down at half-time there, Hererra, and in 1 second he's won and it's over. You can score a basket on the buzzer, you can score a last-minute goal, all that kind of thing, but there is no equivalent to it in any other sport. There just isn't. We have this moment in boxing that other sports do not have, and it gives you scenes like the one we've just had where it is utter despair in one corner, jubilation in the other, but it's short-lived, because the one who has landed the blow knows that for the grace of God go I. They all know that it could be them on any given night. They all know it. And the emotion there from Hererra, well, you can feel it. You can feel it. It's a huge night for him. Tom Welland will be back. He will recover from this. It won't feel like it at the minute, but he will. But what drama. What drama.
Just when you think you've seen some of it, not close to all, suddenly the sport throws up another absolute narrative and storyline that you just did not see coming. That's boxing, folks. Well, that's boxing on DAZN. We hope you've enjoyed this top-tier show from Brentwood, from Ali, from Johnny, from Andy, and all of the team. We wish you a happy Sunday. We'll see you again soon.